EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Cade York to start the ball game, and off we go from Charlotte. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return, and their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And a strong start on the ground. He'll get 7 on the game's first play. So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. A run with the fullback in goal. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. They're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Headed left, buying time. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Tua. Get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now, Tungo Vailoa on 3rd and goal. That one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Chris Barnes. He's to midfield. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
In motion was Burkakine. Now a 1st down throw for Tua. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Dolphins first. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's in! Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
That's That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The first carry for Chuba Hubbard. Room to run at the 40. Down the sideline past the 45. And he is gone. 75 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Ohio State. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time runs out in the third quarter. One quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. Panthers football to begin this second quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. Run up the middle with Achan. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 18 on the gain again. And another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Write down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Tua gonna give this to Wright, and he will get into the end zone. Jalen Wright, touchdown Miami.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. He'll try to run it in with Achan. And he will not be able to make it to the goal line. That's a big stop. They can't get it back to a one-score game. The lead will hold at 9. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On 1st and 10, here's Young. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again with Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. To throw is Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. A dangerous Tyreek Hill is deep for Miami. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Miami. 38 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Derek Brown in there for the sack, his 4th on the year.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Third and long. Here's Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On first down is Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This from an even 50 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action, it's Tua. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath, focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. That's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. A play fake. Now 2 to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
In motion, it's Waddle. On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within a score. They trail now by 6. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's a designed run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On second down, Young. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. It's Jalen Phillips. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. Quick hitting slant there. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll bring Waller in motion here. On first down, Tungo Vailoa. in trouble, and down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run this one straight ahead with H.N. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark him at the 29. It is 3rd and long. Here's Tungo Vailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. On play action, Young. Move it. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball on this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go play action with Young. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play action, Tagovailoa. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try to run with their fullback. And I don't think he got there, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. He'll get this out wide, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
In motion, Westbrook-Ikhine. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua rolling to the left. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
His kick is good. He got it. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Young. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hubbard. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Here's Young. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Young. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it, and they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Escaping to his left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's third down coming up.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So first things first, they got to convert this third down.
Tua now on third down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards. They'll come up here, first and 10. Tua to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Off play action, it's Tua. Forced out wide. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first and 10, it's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Second and 11. From the gun, here's Tua. Scrambling to his left. He's going to let this go. Downfield for Waller. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. He was trying to give that one to Darren Waller. And third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Tua. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15. All three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. Throwing is Tua. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. A-chain. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Now it's A-chain, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And that's a big-time effort on 4th down. If he doesn't come up with this ball, Mike, they turn it over on downs, but instead, not only does he lay out and make a terrific catch, they get a fresh set of downs here and now see if they can finish this thing off and come away with some points.
Now, 1st and goal. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Here's A-chain, and he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Tua. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out, and this game is over. The Panthers will take their first timeout. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to force overtime. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. On first down is Young. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. That's good for 27 and a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Young gonna keep it himself, and he's gonna give himself up behind the line of scrimmage. They'd be smarter than taking a big shot on that play.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. Chuba Hubbard, the man he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll go. Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, Greg, you can't ask for a better way to start overtime. What an exciting touchdown.
Yeah, and the quick strike now allows them to take complete control here in overtime. They are a defensive stop away from getting out of this one with a big win.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. In motion, it's Waddle. Now a first throw here in overtime. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Derek Brown. He gets in to record his second sack of the game, number 4 on the season. They'll bring Waller in motion here. That's taken in by Achane. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. They'll bring Waller in motion here. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Miami. Tua gonna give it to Achane. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 4. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Tua gonna throw. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. He's gonna be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down. Now Tua. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.